Meg Mullins has written 2 novels. Her first one, The Rug Merchant, is the story of an unlikely romance between a 40-year-old Iranian immigrant and a college student. One reviewer called it an auspiciously wonderful debut and said, "I highly recommend it and anxiously await her next novel." Well, the wait is over. With her second novel, Dear Strangers, here, Miss Mullins has given us a beautifully written story about a broken family. The Finleys live in the American Southwest during the summer of 1982. The family is awaiting the arrival of the baby boy they are due to adopt. Oliver, just 7, is eager for another playmate to join him and his sister Mary. But their lives are marked by tragedy. The death of their father and the resulting abandonment by their mother of the soon-to-be adopted child. Most of this story takes place 21 years later, as Oliver searches for his almost brother and meets Miranda, a photographer who takes anonymous portraits of people in their homes after dark.
It was actually, the question is how did I get the idea, and it was handed to me, actually. I was at a family memorial, and a woman told me about her own husband's death, and he had died, not suddenly, but sort of, they knew in advance, but they had had an adoption in process when he was diagnosed, and so they made the decision together to cease. And she told me that her daughter, who'd been about 7 when her father died, actually was more upset about the adoption not coming through at the time than she was about her dad's death. And so that really piqued my curiosity, and so I started thinking about, you know, the ramifications of that, kind of what that would happen, what that would do for a family, especially if the mom was the one making the decision on her own and it wasn't sort of a family decision.
Plot line is resolved before you begin writing, or do you begin writing and then kind of see what unfolds?
I have the gist of the plot, but a lot of things do surprise me and change. And actually, this book, I don't want to give anything away, but when I sold it, I had a really great editor, and she and I worked on it a lot, and she suggested a tweak to the end, and I thought that at the end, I was never really happy with the end, even though it ended how I wanted it to end. And so, after you read the book, I can tell you what the tweak is, but, so I actually, created a whole new character and made the ending just a little bit different. So that happens for sure, and I'm grateful for that, because I think it's better, but... This is my second book, and when I got the galleys in the mail from the publisher, my daughter brought the package in from the porch, and we opened it up, and we were all excited, and we had the book in our hands, and she goes, Daddy, Mom's a 2-timer! I thought that was kind of charming, so I'm a 2-timer now.